The death is too big thing for me. It has got same effect on you. It is just like a mirror. When you believe it is too big, too bad, it is going to disturb me terribly, it disturbs you. If a donkey sees himself in a mirror, what he will see? Donkey only. The same way, if you are totally afraid, frightened of death, death will be death for you. If you really look into it, you will see it is not against you, it is for you. It is not contradicting your life, it is complementing your life. Death is a deep relaxation. When you purchase a house without knowing, after purchasing only you come to know there are so many things to be repaired, so many things to be done new. And sometimes you get frustrated, oh, so many things to be done, better let me sell this house and get new house. That is the same when you sell that house to go for purchasing new house. Do you feel you are missing something? No. The same way, when you feel in your life you have not lived totally up to your expectation, it is not as you wanted, you sell this body, you leave this body to take the new body. You wanted to start again from the beginning without messing like this. You wanted to restart. You wanted to do it again. The God's boon, God's blessings to start again. He gives you the choice. He gives you the choice to start again. Your choice to start again is only death. You just regenerate your body, regenerate your mind, take fresh set of memories, fresh set of body, fresh set of relatives, a new place. You take everything new. Sometime, if you feel totally disconnected or against particular community, you move from the city. You feel like, let us go away from this city. Let us go to new city and start new way of living. The same way, when you feel that you want to start something new, when you want to start new way of life, you decide, let me leave this body, enough, I have used it. I cannot stay in this body anymore because it has become old. I cannot enjoy through this body. I cannot use this body. I cannot achieve what I want through this body. Let me take up the new birth. The choice given to you by God to start again is death. But without understanding that, we resist it. We resist as much as possible. Once you understand, once the meditation is added into your life, you face your fear. Facing the fear demystifies, clears all the fog, all the snow, all the ice collected on the death. You start facing the death face to face. When all the fog is removed, when the darkness is cleared, when the demystification happens, when you face the death face to face, you see it is nothing but life. Because every moment you die, in every moment you die, next moment you are born. The death and birth are just cycles. If you die, you will be born. If you are born, you will be dying. You understand, it is just a cycle. Today the physiology people, they say once in 80 days, whole body, in your body, whole blood cells are changed, replaced by new blood cells. Not even one blood cell will be the same which was there 80 days ago. In 80 days, the whole blood cells, millions millions and millions of blood cells are replaced. In 1 year, your liver is totally replaced. Like this, your whole body is just getting replaced. In the total span of 7 years, your whole body is replaced. You are not the same person as you were 7 years ago. But do you feel that, do you cry or do you feel you feel that something is taken away from you? You feel that you have lost something? You feel bad for your growth? No. 7 years ago, who was here? He is not here now. You are totally a new person. Continuously, death is happening and life is happening to you. You don't feel you are disturbed. You don't feel you are losing something. Then why do you feel with death? Because you have not faced it. You have not faced it. This you are facing every day. That you have not faced it. That is why you feel so sick. You feel so much frightened about the death. When you face the fear, the very concept of death disappears. Death becomes God and the Guru. Death is master. Master is death. Death teaches you beautiful things, even which life cannot teach you. There are so many things which life cannot teach you. Only death can teach you. Death is the greatest master. He teaches you a lot of things. The life, again, the sex. If you add meditation to your sex, it gets purified from all the imaginations and dreams. It flowers as a love. It blossoms as a ultimate love. I always tell people, nowadays if you want to spread anything all over the world, you just put it in the website. It spreads all over the world. It is anything personal possession. If you put it in the website, it reaches all over the world. It becomes universal. Just add .com, it becomes universal. When you add just .com, it becomes universal. Your things becomes universal things. Same way, add .com to your passion, it becomes compassion. If it is directed only towards one person, if it is too much covered, it is passion. If it is directed towards one being, it's a passion. Lust, add .com and make it universal. It becomes compassion, that's all. As long as it is towards one person, it is passion. When you give the passion to the whole world, when you give it for the whole world, when the person who receives becomes universe, or when the universe, you start giving your passion to the universe, it becomes compassion. Just add .com over. Passion becomes compassion. When you meditate, your passion becomes compassion. Your lust becomes love. Your dreams drops. Your imaginations gets burnt away. Your life totally sees a different transformation. So when you add meditation, you bridge life and death. You understand the life or the sex in a different dimension. You penetrate the death in a different dimension. Last, how all these three can become a single experience, or how all these things three can unite. First you saw how they are now, and second how they can become, and ultimately how they lead to a same being. In sex, death and meditation, in all the three, your mind gives gap. Your intellect stops working. Your being floods the energy into your system. Your mind, for a moment, stops working. Meditation gives you the glimpse of the mindless state through mind. Actually, you can reach the mindless state, you can reach the energy through three ways. Through head, intellect, it means physical. And next, through mental. Third, through spiritual, being level. Physical is a sex. Through sex also you reach the same state for a moment. For a moment. But it is not permanent. That's the problem. It is not permanent. For a moment you reach the same joy, same ecstasy, but Mithyananda, not Nityananda. Mithyananda means ephemeral, which can disappear, which is not reality. In death, if you deeply penetrate the death, again you get the bodiless experience, outer body experience. That is why in our meditation camp, ASP, we always have a special meditation called death meditation. And most of the people get deep experiences only in that meditation. Tomorrow we'll be having the meditation. Entering into the sex, entering into the death, entering into the meditation, all the three leads to the same experience, leads to the same state. Tantrics entered through sex and reached enlightenment. Vedantists entered through fear, death and reached enlightenment. Yogis entered through meditation and reached enlightenment. In all the three, mind is put aside. In all the three, logic is put aside. In sex also, you need to put your logic away. Man is logical, cannot really relate with the other. Man who is too much of mind, man of too much of head, will not be able to live with the other. Too much of head never lets you to relate with the other. In sex also you need to drop your head. Illogical. You have to become illogical. In death also you have to drop your head, because your head cannot work. Your logic cannot face. How much you argue, death is not going to argue with you. You can say, I have a small children, why don't you let me for 2-3 days at least, I'll write a will and come back. I have this, I have that, why don't you have a little bit of compassion? No. Death never argues. Argument or logic cannot be used with death also. And same thing with meditation. The man who is logical can never meditate, can never let go. In meditation also, you need to drop your logic. All the three is almost the same type of experience. In sex, you are born. In meditation, you are reborn. In death, you die. In meditation, you die once for all. In sex, you are born once. In death, you are dying once. In meditation, you do the both. Death of the old and birth of the new. Both happens in meditation. You become enlightened. The last death and last birth both happens in meditation. In sex, the regular birth happens. In death, regular death happens. In meditation, the last birth and last death happens. Your last death is your enlightenment. Your last birth is also your enlightenment. You dying as an ego is the last birth, last death. You taking birth as an enlightened one is the last birth. Your last death and last birth. Nirvana is the last nightmare. Enlightenment is the last dream. So with death, your last birth and the last death, both. With meditation, your last death happens and your last birth happens. Add meditation into your life, both will be bridged. Otherwise, if you are wise, you will add meditation to bridge both, to unite both. When you bridge both, both becomes one. As long as you don't have bridge, both are separate cities. Two banks of the river are separate cities. When you bridge, they are no more two separate cities, they become one. So bridge the life and death with meditation. You will understand the life is totally different. You will see the ultimate birth and ultimate death. And I tell you, meditation enriches your death and enriches your sex. It enriches your death and enriches your sex. It enriches your death and it enriches your life. Both. Make a bridge. Bring meditation into your life. Both will be connected and both will be useful for you. If you are wise, you bring meditation and use the both. Otherwise, you are otherwise. That's all. Meditation is the way to unite, to communicate between birth and death, and to commune between birth and death. It transforms your life. If you bring meditation between birth and death, the life is worthy. Otherwise, it is just one more cycle. Ramana Maharshi says beautifully, if you wake up from your dreams, you come out of your dreams. If you don't wake up, you just dream and fall asleep, again dream, fall asleep, again dream, fall asleep. That same cycle will be going on. Just like that, same way, in the life, if you become enlightened, you come out of this dream. Otherwise, birth and death, again birth and death, again birth and death. The same cycle will be going on. Till you wake up, till you meditate, till the meditation is added to your life and death, the cycle of life and death will be continuously going on without your consciousness. Somebody asked me, Swamiji, why in every graveyard the life and death is mentioned? I told him, nothing worth mentioning happens in between, that's all. In most of our life, only the life, the birth and death, only these two things are worth mentioning. Nothing worth mentioning happens. If you add the meditation, really something worth mentioning will happen in your life between life and death, which can transform the life and death. Add meditation as a bridge between these two. If you miss meditation, I tell you, really you miss not one dimension of your life, the real dimension of your life. Because the meditation does not mean something part of your life. It transforms the whole life. This side death and this side life, both are transformed by the meditation. Meditation is not a luxury, it is a necessity. We always think meditation is a luxury. We always think, no, Swamiji, I have so much of work to be done. I think once I settle my kids, then I will come for ASP. Now I have so much of work to be done. I have this project, that project. I have to go to this work, that work. I have kids, Swamiji, I have this, Swamiji, I have that. I cannot come for ASP. Once I settle them all, after 2 years, I think I will be able to attend. You think meditation is the last need, it's a luxury. Don't think it is a necessity. Meditation is like a torch to your life. It is the necessity to explore every dimension of your life. Every dimension is lit up. you understand every dimension in a new way. That is why I tell you, add this bridge, you will understand in a different way the both banks of the river. This bridge can make both cities into one city. When you make a bridge, both city almost becomes one city. Same way, when you put the bridge of meditation, life, death, meditation, both meet and merge into the river of existence, into the river of Brahman or God or the divine, eternal bliss. So let you add this bridge to these both banks and not only unite them and reach the experience which all the three leads to, the enlightenment, the eternal bliss, Nitya Ananda. Thank you.